My name is Nassime Saps.
All right, so I'm reading an excerpt from Eyes Wide Open, written by Fiona Barnett, who is an Australian citizen who underwent a satanic Luciferian initiation as a child because her family lineage were connected to certain satanic Luciferian ruling bloodline families. And when you as an individual happen to be born in such a family, well, you're not going to have a very nice time. We can put it that way. So this is the cover page. So CIA, child trafficking, MK Ultra in Australia, ritual abuse and mind control, trauma-based forced dissociation, trauma-focused integration. So I'm not going to read the whole book. I want to read certain parts of it. Okay. And here we go. The hybrids. Okay. The hybrids. You know, when this all comes to the surface, after a very terrible war, people are going to be so effed up that they'll be wishing for someone to come save them. And it's going to be the Antichrist that's going to come, and he's going to be the savior that is going to help to rebuild after World War III and the destruction that is going to occur. And it's going to be really messed up. And it's going to have these things all over. And people are going to see it. See, I don't want to be around when this happens. I don't want to be around. I already saw this. I lived through it. I don't want to live through it again. Okay? I don't want to. It's terrible stuff. The six-fingered hands listed by Harvard geneticists are a Nephilim trait noted in the Bible. This suggests Harvard are synthesizing human and fallen angel DNA, as the Jason Group have already done. The Jason Group long ago developed a series of super soldier models. The basic MK Delta model was a mind-controlled human whose abilities were enhanced through hypnosis, drugs, sensory deprivation, esoteric means, etc. Another model had abilities enhanced through biochipping, bionics, and genetic modification using animals. A more advanced model was a clone hybrid created with genetic material taken from human, animal, and fallen angel devils. I was the first model and witnessed the other two. Genetically engineered Jason super soldiers comprise the CIA terror forces that decimated Syria and other nations during the CIA-orchestrated Arab Spring fundamentalist uprising. That's true. Let me tell you something right now, okay? Everywhere that the United States military goes, super soldiers are there, killing a whole bunch of people. I'm telling you, this is real. And it's fucked up. Okay? And all the people that are involved in this are either mind controlled or devil worshippers. Okay? In 2016, Syria's representative to the United Nations publicly stated twice that ISIS forces were armed with genetically modified super soldiers produced and supplied by the United States of America. In 2015, 7-foot-tall soldiers were filmed beheading 21 Christians in Egypt. These soldiers were described as Caucasian, not Arabic in appearance. They resembled the super soldiers I saw developed under Pine Gap 45 years ago. The West are not the only ones developing super soldiers. In 2018, Vladimir Putin publicly warned the West that Russia were in the process of developing super soldiers, which are worse than nuclear bombs. They already have it. With training, the implicit mind may accomplish the following esoteric skills. Move objects without physical contact, aka telekinesis. Communicate and receive intelligence via intuition, telepathy or problem solving. Gain information about distant places or people, clairvoyance or remote viewing. read minds, or control them from afar, telepathy, predict the future, precognition. So part of what I could do was the last one. And that was one of my jobs in this satanic Luciferian bullshit. And the thing was, though, is I wasn't necessarily trained to do it. I could just do it. No one trained me to do it. I was just able to do it by myself. I saw a lot of things. The gateway process is behind the weaponization of occultic practices, including levitation, walking through objects, and psychic warfare. It enables subjects to physically choke and throw opponents using their will, and to cause mass destruction to our physical surroundings. Lieutenant Colonel McDonald alludes to this in his description of color breathing. Advanced gateway techniques. Problem solving is where the individual consults interdimensional entities to find solutions to certain problems such as math and physics questions. Yes. So you go talk to devils as if devils love you. As if devils and evil spirits never lie. So you go and talk to evil spirits that want to literally kill you. And you're going to ask them questions and you think that they're going to answer you truthfully and then nothing else. You do this, you go and ask devils questions. They're going to come after you. They might tell you the answer. They might not tell you the answer. They might just F with you. Or they can come and kill you. You never go and ask devils. You don't go and ask evil spirits for things, okay? You don't ask them for that. You don't ask them for anything. Okay? If you ask evil spirits, fallen angels, devils for things, let me tell you what's going to happen. You're going to start getting sleep paralysis. You're going to start seeing devils everywhere you go. You're going to start seeing devils in your house. You're going to start seeing devils in your bedroom. Your house is going to start getting haunted. You're going to get sick. You're going to start losing money. You're going to start losing health, and then you're going to die early. Why? Because when you go ask devils for things, you invite a curse onto yourself. What does the curse look like? The curse is basically saying, I agree to have the devils come and do bad things to me. That's what the curse is. So if you consult interdimensional entities, you're agreeing for fallen angels, devils, evil spirits to go into your life, start haunting your life, sucking all of your energy out, making you sick, and then killing you. So don't do it. Starlines is a program designed for the exploration of the expansive physical universe and its connectedness with consciousness itself. Starlines delves into the inner realms of focus, 34, 35, and beyond, establishing and strengthening the link between Earth and the galactic core, the central point of our Milky Way galaxy. A consciousness portal or Stargate, and a means to enter the creative stream of the great emitter. Atwater reported the results of a study involving 101 graduates of the Starlines residential program, conducted at the Institute. Participants achieved the gateway process consciousness level focus 34-35, during which they traveled interdimensionally and located and explored Stargates, neighboring star systems, and communicated with interdimensional entities, aka extraterrestrial beings or intelligences. Okay, so these things that they're talking to, they're talking to devils. You understand what I'm saying? They're talking to things that want to murder them. And nothing but murder. The devil just wants to murder you. It'll talk to you, trying to trick you into cursing yourself so that it could come and invade your life and kill you. It'll talk to you for that reason. It doesn't mind that. Whatever it takes to get you dead, the devils will do it. That's how much they hate you. Participants reportedly visited our solar system, Alpha Centauri, Sirius, Arcturus, the Pleiades, and the Orion Nebula. Following astral exploration of Alpha Centauri, multiple participants independently reported encountering intelligent life forms resembling giant ants, which Lieutenant Atwater said he previously personally experienced. Well, I fought against these ant people, and that's real. The giant ants are real. I fought against them, and I killed some of them. Killed a lot of them, actually. I didn't want to have anything to do with it, but it was against my will, and I was mind controlled into doing it. But yeah, there's giant ants. There's these ant people that exist, and I had to kill them. I fought them. They're ugly too. Stargates. In correspondence dated 9th of January 2018 from the DIA to the Committee on Armed Services Chair John McCain, the DIA listed 38 secret research programs and products produced under the AATIP contract. Point 8 on the list of attachment reads, Traversable Wormholes, Stargates, and Negative Energy, Dr. Eric Davis, EarthTech International. EarthTech International is a private-funded research organization exploring novel ideas in basic and applied physics and engineering. Our research interests include theories of space-time, gravity, cosmology, studies of the quantum vacuum, modifications of standard theories of electrodynamics, interstellar flight science, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, specifically as these topics may apply to developing innovative space propulsion and sources of energy. Wormholes are hyperspace tunnels through space-time, which connect remote regions in our universe. Two different universes, different dimensions, or different times. A Stargate is a special class of traversable wormhole with simple physics and flat entry and exit opening. Traversable wormholes allow Delta soldiers to enter one side of the tunnel, travel through the throat, and exit the other side. Petalwood propaganda. Stargate project was officially disbanded in '95 and declared a waste of time and money. And this is lies. They never stopped it. Okay, they never ever stopped it. They continue on doing it. It was subsequently discredited via CIA-funded Hollywood films, including Stargate and Men Who Stare at Goats. The Stargate project was in fact highly successful, and otherwise the following would not have occurred. The military and CIA continued pumping resources into Stargate for 17 years. The U.S. Army officer in charge of Stargate went on to become president of Monroe Institute. All Stargate scientists continued to work in the exact same field. Considered the Stargate film a documentary, the film is loosely based on what was in fact achieved. The Stargate film 1994 release preempted the Stargate Project 1995 pretend dissolution. That was no coincidence. Earlier, MK Ultra research scaffolded the Stargate Project, including Robert Monroe and John C. Lilly's work with inducing altered states of consciousness and investigations into psychic ability by physicists Russell Targ and Harold Puthoff. Their research culminated in teams of MK Delta soldiers physically visiting the locations identified by Gateway Scouts. Delta teams initially trained in a 3-story virtual reality holographic studio before entering the real Stargate and traveling through wormholes to a desert planet. Targ, Puthoff, Lilly, Atwater, and Subelby knowingly used and abused children who participated in the Stargate project, either as MK Ultra research subjects or MK Delta child soldiers sent on field missions. Yep. Literally real. I remember it. I lived it. Therapists fetched some rudimentary art materials and drew the faint image to life. I drew the 12-year-old victim with dotted lines drawn on her like a carcass prepared for butchering. I drew the Asian soldier known as Colonel Chan dressed in Australian Army uniform. Yep. That's what they do. They're all demon-possessed, evil people that murder children and eat the children up.